I, F17. Think my stepdad, M46. Might have a thing for me. Update. Edit. I'm not sure what the cap is, but I'm worried my post might get locked soon, so I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone sending me love and to everyone who spoke to me about their own experiences. I appreciate you all so much and wish you all the best. If I decide to go forward with the police or anything of note comes about, I'll be sure to update everyone. X and #X200B. Original post. I, F17. Think my stepdad, M46. Might have a thing for me. Relationship_advice, reddit.com. Post got locked and deleted as it reached Karma Cap, but text body has been posted in the comments. I'm sorry I took so long to update people on this. Especially since I didn't make any comments on my post before it was locked. I'm pretty shaken up still, so again this post may not be entirely coherent. In all honesty, after making the post and seeing the first couple of comments come in, it kind of all became a bit too real for me and I started panicking, so just took myself to bed. Seeing as I then had school in the morning, I didn't get the chance to read through everything until after school, and by then it was too late to comment on my last post. Please know that I've read every comment and I appreciate everybody who gave me advice and believed me. I was pretty torn up about whether to tell my mom or not, but it was a pretty constant thing people were telling me. She's never not believed me about something before, but with something this big I was worried. Plus all the comments saying I had made this up kind of shook my confidence about whether she'd believe me. I ended up asking her to go for a walk with me, which is something we do semi-often anyways, so it wasn't that weird and wouldn't have alerted Steve. I almost didn't tell her in the end, but she could tell something was wrong and got me to tell her. She was pretty quiet for a while, but then she started crying. She said she hoped there was a reasonable answer to this, but until she spoke to him and we figured it all out, I should stay at my aunt's just in case. So I went and stayed at my aunt's last night. We told Steve I was staying at a friend's. At school today, my mom texted me saying I should come home after school so we could talk about it. She didn't tell me much about what happened, but Steve is gone now. She kicked him out, I think, and it doesn't sound like he'll be coming back. I don't know if they're going to get a divorce. It sounds like they weren't doing as great as I had thought, and when she confronted him he just didn't say anything but obviously looked panicked. She ended up forcing a confession out of him as she threatened to call the police, and he admitted he was attracted to me. They were getting better though apparently, and my mom had even said to him the other day that she thought it was great how he was affectionate with me, hugging me and treating me like his own, which she now feels sick about. I'm not sure if we're going to get the police involved, or if they'd even do anything since I'm 17 anyways and he didn't actually do anything to me. Plus I'm not sure I'd want to deal with the hassle of it all. I kind of just want to move on with my life and help my mum heal. I don't think she blames me, but I can't help but feel like I ruined her marriage. So that's about it really. Thank you everyone for your concern. I'll actually stick around to answer comments this time. And thank you to everybody who told me about their own experiences, encouraging me to speak up. And #X200B. I mentioned it before, but there were a few comments insisting that my post was fake and that apparently I had posted a different incest story earlier. This was my first post on this account. I didn't see that other post and I had nothing to do with it. Unfortunately, just because something happens in porn doesn't mean it doesn't happen in real life. Please don't make such constant comments on posts like this in future. Even if they turn out to be fake, you could stop somebody from speaking up as they think no one would believe them. Some people also wondered about how an account that wasn't even a day old would think to ask on this sub. I am a frequent user on Reddit. I made a throwaway account because I'm not going to post about my stepfather being a potential pedophile on an account that actually be connected to me. If you still don't believe me, that's fine. Plenty of other people have given me helpful advice, and as another commenter said, if any other person can read those comments and find something helpful, then that's a good thing. But I can't help but feel like I ruined her marriage. He ruined his own marriage. There's no two ways about it. You are a victim. Take solace in knowing that your mother loves you more than literally anything. She listened to you, believed you, and took immediate action. And it appears that she chose you over him without hesitation. You're fortunate. A lot of times, mothers just try to brush it under the rug in a vain attempt to hold their lives together. I'm so glad your mother did the right thing. It's so common to hear that the mother doesn't do anything or just doesn't believe the child. She did the right thing from the moment you told her. I commend her for putting her feelings aside for him and stepping in and being a mother first. I tried to view your original post that you linked on here, but it's been deleted. I'm curious what made you think something was off with him. So glad you're safe and your mother was completely on your side and supportive. I am sorry that both of you have had to deal with this. Maybe some therapy could help deal with the emotional aftermath. Sounds like you did the right thing. Maybe your mom and you should have some proper girl time for a while. I'm glad people encouraged you to speak up. It was the right thing to do. Like what someone else in the comments said. Usually I always hear the mother doesn't do anything in this situation, so at least she put her feelings about her husband aside and listened to you. That man sounds absolutely disgusting. Don't feel guilty if your mother divorces him. He destroyed his marriage, not you. You didn't ruin anything. He ruined the marriage by being a creep. I'm so glad to read this update. Many times we see stories about the mother not believing their child. Thank God your mom didn't question you. I can't help but feel like I ruined her marriage. You wanna know what would have ruined it worse? You not saying anything until he got tired of waiting and raped you. You did precisely the right thing. I know your mom is proud of you. We all are. Power to you, my friend. I believe you and I hope you are able to heal from this with your ma. Really, I am not sure if there are any legal ramifications, but still explore them, so you can get a restraining order just in case this guy shows up again. Even if you don't get it, you can put it on file, and if he does show again, you are ready to be protected. Good job. You're very blessed to have a mother like that too. Please be there for her as she is also going through a rough time. Well done. You should be proud of yourself and how you handled this. I am so happy you are safe and your mother made the changes she needed to do to keep you safe. Please know you have done absolutely nothing wrong. Her husband was the one with the problem and he is the one who ruined his marriage. Please don't beat yourself up about breaking up your mom's marriage. It's in no way your fault. Unfortunately, just because something happens in porn doesn't mean it doesn't happen in real life. Please don't make such constant comments on posts like this in future. Even if they turn out to be fake, you could stop somebody from speaking up as they think no one would believe them. I'm glad you had the strength to speak up. I'm glad you were believed. I'm glad he's gone. Mostly, I'm glad that while going through all this you have the empathy and decency to think of others. You should be very proud of yourself. I don't think she blames me, but I can't help but feel like I ruined her marriage. Whoever decided to be a pedophile and creep was the one who ruined her marriage, which was him. I am so happy for you. Could you file a police report? Even it does nothing to him now, at least there'll be a record in case he acts on his pedophilic tendencies with his next victim. I'm glad you're okay. Might I suggest therapy or going to a counselor if you can? It may help. I'm not sure about whether or not the police can do anything, but I'd say it's worth a shot for at least the possibility of having it on record. I'd also get some evidence that he was notified he is not welcome to interact with you too, like text messages. Those and any sort of relevant evidence, records are worth holding on to, so should the situation come to it, it would be easier to get a restraining order, have proof of what was going on. Edit. Maybe post one of the legal advice subreddits to get a better idea of what your options are. Good luck. You. Throw RAWTF help. Very happy you are safe. When I was young I always considered adults higher, or better, or all-knowing, than us kids. I remember the day I realized they have faults and some more than others. As I have gotten older and wiser I realize you want to be the best version of yourself. And learn from other people as much as possible. Glad you're safe and it didn't get worse. I don't blame you for not wanting to get the police involved. Better to just move on. You mentioned if you were not sure to get the police involved. Maybe some help on this, but would it be wise to file a report while it is fresh in your mind and let the police know you plan on doing nothing as of yet? This way it's on file, and if something were to happen that he can't use, not filing a report against Toy. Good for you, girl. However, if it's possible you should press charges because he will never change. There could be someone after you, and instead of stolen underwear and possible touching it could turn into sexual abuse. You could save another girl. Dang. Well, I'm happy that your mom believed you and spoke to him. Says a lot about the strong and confident woman that she is. I'm sorry you had to go through what you did. Now, I'm not sure how dangerous your situation can be, but it may worth to change the locks in your house. In case he tries something. Good luck, Op. Op, I'm so proud of you. Hugs. You did good. You did nothing wrong. The blame is all on him, the adult. Pictures of kids or stepkids even in nightstands or on the nightstands completely normal. Pictures of kids or stepkids in bikinis with actual underwear creepy as FCK and a serious red flag. Someone close to me was abused by her stepfather and her mom didn't believe her and it still affects her. So glad your mom believed you and kicked his out before he attempted to take it to another level. Depending on how you're coping, you might discuss counseling for both you and your mom. I'm so happy you and your mom are a team in this. I hope you get some time to be good to each other and yourselves. Less than 3, what a horrible situation to be in. I hope this never happens again. I'm so happy your mom has your back and that you told her. You're brave and awesome. Take care. Love and hugs for you, your mom and your auntie. You go girl. Please don't blame yourself. As a mom, I would never ever blame my child for something like this. It's not your fault and I'm glad your mom listened to you. This is so awesome, Op. This is a huge win for your family. You got rid of a gross dude. Please don't feel bad or guilty about it. This sucks. Your stepfather sucks. But your mother reaction is heartwarming. Not only she made you speak when it was too hard for you to do so. She listened to you when it means that her world would be shaken. She protected you and confronted him. I'm sorry for her that she lost her time with such a perv. But I'm happy that you and your mother seem strong enough to get better and stronger with time. Bad English and nothing interesting to say, but usually the story here have sucker for parent. You have not. I read this post first before the original. When you said, he didn't do anything to you, I thought maybe he just gaze at you too frequently or something. But no, he sneak your panties and a pic of you. Disgusting. I'm glad your mom take action and kick him out. I don't know if you can get anything through legal actions, but at least you're safe and sound. Please erase all doubt that the marriage ending is your fault. It was his fault for being a disgusting pervert. No mentally stable adult finds a child attractive, especially not a child that person has a parental role with. I am so glad you told your mom and she handled it perfectly. I can absolutely guarantee that if you hadn't told her, and he'd done something to you, it would have been so much worse for both of you. Good moms love their kids more than they love themselves, and she sincerely sounds like a good mom. This world can be so awful, but I'm very, very happy for you that your mother is a rock star. So many stories of things being very different. God bless and stay strong and observant. Oh, it's classic. Daughter is getting rid of stepdad out of jealousy for her mom. Please don't blame yourself. You did not ruin the marriage. As others have said, he did. Your mom seems like a good mother. She deserves a better husband, and you deserve to not be creeped on by a pedophile. Please take care of yourself too. You are so brave. And your mom is a hero. You are an eagle. Don't listen to the turkeys who didn't believe you. Be lifted up by the angels here who do believe you and support you and gave you good advice. You might be able to report him without actually pressing charges. This can help charge him in the future if another incident occurs. Feel no pressure to, but it might be good to let authorities know for other people's benefit. You and your mom are both incredibly strong women. You didn't bring this upon yourself at all. And you definitely did the right thing in telling someone you trust, and she did the right thing in believing you. I hope both of you can find healing and safety. Sending hugs to both of you. Heart. I think the only thing the police, courts can do for you is to get an injunction against him. Glad you got to the bottom of it. No one deserves to feel uncomfortable in their home. You and your mom are rock stars. You for being brave, and for you mom for making the right choice even if it was a hard one. You did not ruin her marriage. The POS husband did. I would suggest counseling for both of you and even some joint sessions. I cannot imagine what you both are going through, but you will make it. I am an attorney who works in the juvenile dependency system. In this kind of stuff happens all the time. Unfortunately, it's a lot more common than you'd think. I can't tell you how happy I am that your mom believed you, confronted him, and made sure you were safe before anything else happened. She sounds like a gem, and she is being a great mom by taking those steps. That being said, if your stepdad ever does move back in, then you definitely need to get the police involved or tell someone at school. This is not your fault. You did exactly the right thing, and it speaks volumes to your maturity and relationship with your mom that you were able to handle this appropriately with her. I'm glad your mom listened, believed you, and took appropriate action. Don't mind the people on Reddit who didn't. They're unimportant. You're very strong and handled this the best way you could, especially at 17. It is 100% not your fault. I too would recommend therapy if possible. It helps to have an unbiased opinion to talk through this highly traumatic experience with someone who was supposed to be a positive male figure in your life. Didn't get to read the original post-op, but I hope you are doing well. Don't blame yourself for anything or feel guilty or ashamed or anything. This isn't on you. I would seek more support from the people closest to you in your life to better process how you are feeling and to move on from this in a healthy manner. The only thing a person your age needs to be worrying about is academics and the type of future you want for yourself, not all of this nonsense. I'm sorry that this happened to you. You did nothing wrong here. Your mom sounds like a good mom. Good moms want to know anytime their child is hurt, afraid or confused. Her job is to protect you, and it sounds like she did exactly that. If she hasn't thanked you yet for speaking up, just know that you did her favor by alerting her to the situation. I'm sure she would have been devastated if you continued to live in fear, while she was blissfully ignorant. Damn girl, your story is important and all girls your age should hear it. I'm sorry your mom lost her husband, but she'd rather have a healthy daughter than a happy man. She's a good person and you should make Mother's Day a huge issue this year. Proud of you and especially your mom. I've read way too many stories like this where the mom didn't believe the daughter. You have a good mom there. Cherish her. I've had something semi-similar happen to me. Without going into all the details, I was the same age as you and I went and told my mom what I was thinking. She also confronted him, got a confession, but it wasn't about me. It was never about it. It was about me sister who was 9 years old at the time. My mom called the cops on him, we all went to court. He got a slap on the wrist, they divorced, we lost our house and so on. The thing is, if I never told my mom, who knows what would have happened. You did a very brave thing. Keep your head up. You did not do anything wrong. He's a sick person. It's so sad to see how much mental illness porn causes, and so many men are becoming pedophiles and unable to distinguish between the porn fantasy that targets them sexualizing teenagers and real life. So many pedophiles in the making. I know pedophiles always existed, but they have been popping up left to right. Everyone should be aware that there are studies documenting how porn use escalates and changes the sexual template, rewiring the brain, and is linked with reduced gray matter in the prefrontal cortex associated with impulse control issues and hindering logical thinking. If you don't know these things or dispute them, you are a science denier and probably an addict yourself. Easy to look up the studies online. Your brain on porn has hundreds of studies linked in one place. I didn't see the other post, but I'm just writing to say that I'm glad you're okay. I'm sorry you were in this position to begin with. But I am so glad you told your mother, and she believed you, and took immediate action. Both of you might want to consider some therapy, and this was an awful thing to happen to you. I hope you can get past HTIS, and have a wonderful life. Glad you're safe.